And now for your host with the most, here's Severed.
And that's how Liam sucks a dick. What?
Wow. Hello and welcome to the Hotspot Gamer Podcast. How's everybody doing today?
Woo!
It is literally like hours, maybe even minutes before E3. It's about to start, but we might as well not go because so much news has been out this week that it doesn't fucking matter.
No, we already know everything that's going on at E3.
Yeah, it does, I mean, honestly, it does
Max-
not matter.
Mark's so interested in this conversation, he left the fucking room.
Yeah. So, I can switch to my PC. That's awesome.
Actually, and I'll tell you here in just a second, I've got the countdown on my phone for I've already logged in for EA Live, which will be announcing because they're doing it separate from 16 minutes, 45 seconds.
Now, I don't understand that whole thing because, I mean, you're going to get a lot more people going through the E3 than you are going through EA Live. So why didn't EA just stay with E3?
Because they want to do their own thing, give fans a chance to kind of go over there, because a lot of E3 is pretty, I mean, tickets, if you're not media or something, is like $900 a piece.
Yeah.
Your average person doesn't go to that, you know? So,
Well, they have enough people that go to that. That's what
yeah, they do, but I'm saying, like, EA said they wanted to bring something outside of E3 that they could have to their fans, so it was kind of a fan fest and a way to announce all their stuff and do it on their own. So, I don't know, maybe they have problems with E3's organization, who knows, man. But it starts soon. I've got it on here. I can't wait to see what EA's got going on.
I'm sure EA is going to be selling stuff out their ass at their.
I believe they are. I mean, they've got a lot of franchises. So, I mean, the first kickoff at E3 though is going to be, I think, Bethesda, right, Ben?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Bethesda does their conference today. Actually, I think somewhere in here. Let me just check real quick. I have the entirety of the schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, the calendar's up in our chat. You know, it's in my photos too. But before we go into that, yes, Bethesda's today, but literally minutes before we started the podcast, another news story broke.
Are they keeping anything for the actual conference? Like,
No. But this isn't actually for E3. This is an EA leak. So, literally like 2 hours before E3 starts, EA leak confirms Titanfall 2 release date and the single-player campaign.
Yep. That's the whole reason I'm watching the EA press conference when it comes on, is for Titanfall 2.
Well, they're going to be talking about Battlefield, Mass Effect, Star Wars, and other titles.
I'm excited for Titanfall because, in a sense, I know it's had a game already, but this is actually its true first kind of outing to everybody. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of a new franchise, so it's something exciting. And Battlefield is cool, it looks neat, but let's face it, it's not something new. It's Call of Duty, Battlefield, all these things have been out for a while. So I'm hoping Respawn really brings it with this.
Well, Titanfall 2 apparently is going to be out on October 28th of this year.
Nice.
And it will apparently have a actual campaign as opposed to the one that we had last time. Which was barely anything you could call a campaign. It was more like just multiplayer matches with people talking to you the entire time. Kind of like Mirror's Edge Catalyst. You're playing the game and somebody's just literally talking to you the entire time about some fucking stupid socialist bullshit. By the way, the gameplay in that game is great. Jesus fucking
the gameplay is good, but
it looks beautiful. Yeah,
I see it getting boring really fast.
You know, there's only so much parkour you can do before you fall asleep. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, see, I played it a bit, and I got bored with the side missions really quickly, because most of the side missions are stuff where like it's like, hey, I need this package delivered in the next 60 seconds. Go. And then of course you have your runner's vision, which is that red streak that you see like flowing throughout the world, and then the pipes light up red and everything like that.
Yeah,
right.
you have the option to shut that off.
Right, you have the option to shut that off, but when you're doing some of those side missions, I found out through trial and error, sometimes the way that the game shows you to go is not
Isn't
actually the
fast.
fastest way to go.
Yeah, they explained that to you in some of the tutorials, saying sometimes it's faster to find your own path.
Right. Though, yeah, because not all parkour games are really necessarily boring. I mean, for all intents and purposes, Dying Light was a parkour game, and I didn't get bored of that very quickly. But they had missions and stuff. They had things to do.
That's a different thing. There's nothing like shooting a zombie in the face with a shotgun.
While you're running, while you're jumping across a building.
Exactly. You know what I mean? It's just nothing.
It's just
nothing can compare to that. So let's not talk about Dying Light and Mirror's Edge on a par here.
Yeah,
at all.
They're not even on the same level.
No, they can't.
All right.
Fair
So-
enough.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Back to the schedule.
Yes.
We're looking at
Sorry.
Where-
I'm so excited we've got our news sounds. That's me.
Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. Okay, Sunday. EA is going to be, let's see. Right after we finish this podcast, EA is going to start their press conference at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern is Bethesda, their press conference, which most of that was leaked already. If you haven't been paying attention.
Yeah.
So we're going to see some Pride 2. We're going to see, the remastered version of Skyrim. You know, that stuff. Let's see. And the last one, Eastern Time, is Katawaka, but that starts 12:30 a.m. on Monday. And then, of course, Monday morning, Microsoft has their press conference. Excuse me. The PC show. Does anybody care? No? Okay.
No.
That's Monday, too. 4 o'clock p.m. Monday is Ubisoft. And then, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time is the Sony press conference, which is, I'm sure, the one that we are most interested in here. Although I would like to see some of the things that Microsoft has to offer. What's going on with ReCore, because we haven't heard anything about that since last E3.
What a big surprise.
Crackdown 3, we haven't heard anything about that since last E3 either.
Well, I'll tell you what. I just watched a trailer which completely amazed me, and now I want this game bad. The Vampire, coming out next year.
There's another game that we haven't heard anything about E3 since E3 was that game For Honor as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll hear about that at the Nintendo Live Treehouse. So that's going to be 12 p.m. on Wednesday.
Well, I know that Vampire is going to make a presence at E3 this year.
And who's the developer on that one?
It is. Nope. Developer. Not
No,
Noid
do you actually-
Entertainment.
Do you actually play as a vampire or do you hunt vampires?
You are a vampire.
I am a vampire.
You are a
I am
vampire.
Ah. I want to suck your blood, blah, blah.
We do not go blah 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 blah. Sorry. Yes, I've seen the movies. Hotel Transylvania. Yeah. All right.
All right. So before the show starts,
Yes.
let's go around the table here.
Okay.
Predictions for this year's. This is going to be on Monday, and we're doing this on Sunday. How
Yeah.
about predictions for the Sony conference? What are we going to hear from Sony? What do you guys think that we're going to hear? Not like the outlandish, like, oh my God, we're going to have a new fucking what's his face? That fucking
Hideo Kojima.
Sony mascot that we haven't heard anything from in God knows how many years.
Where's Marco?
God, the
Ratchet?
fucking was he a baboon or something? No, fuck. I never even played the games.
Sackboy. I got nothing for you there.
I can't hear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Ben,
I can hear you guys.
I can hear you, Will.
I can hear you. I don't hear Ben.
I don't hear Mark either.
Ben, shake your head if you can hear us. Ben, shake your head if you can hear us. Pick your note. Whoa. Well.
Now Ben's lost to the cloud.
And now Ben's gone. There's Mark back. He disappeared. He obviously was shooting up his heroin while we weren't looking on the camera. And, sniffing his cocaine line. I don't know if they still call it a line. It's so freaking... what do we expect to hear from Sony? I don't know. Probably more about the VR.
Yeah, well, they're
definitely more about the VR. More about the Sony PlayStation Neo.
Oh no! They're not going to make a bunch of announcements on that. They've already said that on the Neo.
They can say whatever the fuck they want. They're probably going to announce it. It's their next big console reveal.
Yeah, I'm thinking if anything at the earliest would be next fall.
Yeah, probably. You think they might hold off until next year's E3?
They could, because they want to make a buzz about it right before this. They might say something that Neo's coming, but they've already said they're not going to announce at time because they are not ready to show it off yet. They don't have what's his name, the head of North American Sony Gaming, said that the system's not ready to show off, and they don't want to show off a half-assed system.
Yeah, there's already some concept art leaked. I don't know how true it is, but it looks pretty cool if that's what the design they're going to go for. My question is, with the pending release for the PlayStation 5
right.
In 2018, is it really worth it to work this hard on a half a release of half a new console? Because what are the aspects we're looking at here? 4K. Okay, so we want to go to 4K gaming.
Right.
Okay. So they've upped the graphics in it, they've upped the CPU, they've upped the hard drive specs, they've made it faster and stronger in the graphics.
Right.
Show of hands in this room, who owns a 4K TV?
No one.
That's my point.
I've got a really nice television behind me, but it's not a 4K because I didn't need a 4K.
My point is, my son Nathan wanted to go into the whole 4K gaming thing himself, but he went against it. And instead he went and bought a 144 hertz screen, a proper gaming screen.
Yeah.
Very nice. It's beautiful and all.
Yeah.
But when he was looking into the whole 4K thing, there's nothing out for it yet. Nothing.
No, nothing functional.
There's nothing functional or available for 4K yet. So
Well,
what you're going to do is you're going to get a 4K TV, and you're still not watching things in 4K resolution because it just doesn't exist at the moment.
But here's
the
Neo.
thing,
speeding up the graphics and giving it more memory will enhance your gameplay because you won't get so many pixelated. It won't be so much screen lag. Blah blah blah. It will enhance the gameplay, but is it going to make it 4K? No.
Well, here's the thing,
Not
Liam.
at the moment.
Okay, so I've looked a little bit into this. First of all, you mentioned the PlayStation 5. Personally, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see a PlayStation 5. Hold on, B. Secondly, as far as the 4K end of this, the 4K processing power is mostly going to watching like 4K Blu-ray DVDs, so you can watch movies in that high definition. The 4K, like for gaming, that's going to be like on a scaler. It's not actual 4K. It's not going to be actual 4K.
I know that.
So, I mean,
I'm aware of what they're doing. I mean, there is going to be a discernible difference when you put the two consoles next to each other and play a game.
Yeah,
the same game. You'll see a discernible difference in screen lag, in the way your character moves, in if there's any pixelation. anything like that, there will be a discernible difference. I agree with that 100%. As for you thinking there's not going to be a PS5 coming out,
Not
well,
anytime soon.
no, 2018, 2019 maybe. If they release a PS5 console at all. The only reason I say that is because with this whole thing with Sony and Microsoft coming out with this deal to go cross-platform, we might very well see consoles going very much the way of the computer, where you'll get one machine that can do it all.
Which at that point, why
God,
wouldn't
that's
I
the
just buy a
beautiful
PC?
world. But hey guys, on to the my predictions. One of my thoughts is, and this is a little far-fetched, but sorry, I gotta say it. I think we might hear something about like a teaser of some kind of Infamous thing coming. It's got this gut.
Well,
I
see,
wouldn't be surprised.
I
But in a bit since the last Infamous has come out.
I
I
just
don't think so, because Sucker Punch Sucker Punch is the devs that made Infamous, and they're rumored right now to be working on that Spider-Man game.
well, maybe that's what they'll bring out. Then it might be like a new Spider-Man property, being that they have that. So that would be cool. We already know we're gonna get Gran Turismo Sport, the new Gran Turismo. That's gonna be one I think they'll push big because they don't really have a racing property right now that's legit.
No, well, not legit. We have a couple racing games out, but
Gran Turismo is the
crap.
benchmark for PlayStation, bar none.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I agree with you.
And Gran Turismo Sport, I watched the trailer. Looks phenomenal, and they've always done good with their attention.
The Gran
detail.
Turismo games have always been phenomenal, but the one game I must say, the racing game that's taken the par up for me is Forza, because
Oh yeah,
that game is just out of this world fantastic.
in Forza
I
would be
mean-
even more awesome if it was available to the platform that has the most sold. So there'd be more people playing it. Which,
I
by the
don't
way,
disagree with you.
PlayStation did outsell all other consoles in May again. So
I'm not surprised.
No. For me, I won't be getting the PS4 Neo. Not right away, anyway, because I don't see the point. I'm working on a separate project at the moment as well with that involves a PS4 console that makes it a bit more portable. So I'm working on that myself. But the
Yeah.
PS4 Neo,
yeah,
I don't know. To be honest with you, it's just not something that interests me at the moment.
no, 'cause-
I don't think that the difference in gameplay is going to be that good that it's just going to be mind blowing. I think it's just
right.
a
And
console.
I'm the one of the group that's actually put a pre-order on the PSVR, and I mean, you don't have to have a Neo to run that because it comes with that little knockout box that does all the extra processing anyway, or converting or whatever. I can't see that they would make that thing not useful to where it would be any worse on Neo versus PS4. So one would hope, because if they did that, that would be really chintzy, and why would you buy a PSVR then? If you had to buy a whole new console to really make it
Yeah.
work.
Exactly.
So, and if I'm investing that money into it, but the thing is I could spend, instead of buying a Neo, I could spend whatever cost of a terabyte solid state hard drive and just slam that into my PS4, and I'll have an upgraded PS4 right there.
Exactly.
So
I
I'm cool.
agree with. Are we going to hear from our fearless leader today? Is Mark going to speak, or has he lost the power of speech?
I don't know. I think he's bored.
Yeah.
He certainly
Yeah,
looks
I can't-
bored. He's looking out into the kitchen area. He's like playing with his dog.
No, actually, my dog tripped my kid with her leash and made him taste some concrete. But
Lovely.
Nice.
So Mike, do you have any predictions?
do I? Well, so far my predictions really do come true, unfortunately. As far as the video game industry goes and releases that came out so far this year, crap. Like Ben was telling me, yeah, blah blah blah. You can show me that all you want. The only thing, the games I'm looking forward to this year are Outlast,
Right.
Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
Battlefield 1,
No Man's Sky.
Titanfall 2.
No Man's Sky. If it comes out, and the way this year's been going, it's not. It's probably going to be next year. No Man's Sky is
And the brand.
what?
No, I was gonna say, and the brand new Crash Bandicoot game you can play right now on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You can't do that. It's not happening. There
Yeah.
will not be. I promise you, there will not be a Crash Bandicoot game
Mike?
coming out.
And speaking of games, I just saw that trailer for that other kind of going to be another terror game, Call of Cthulhu. So
I saw that trailer as well.
yeah, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it, Liam?
It does. It does really look cool.
I really want Techland to make another Dying Light.
That's going to be probably 2018 though.
Yeah, but it's.
Hi, Tammy.
Hi,
really-
Tammy.
I really want somebody to come out with a game that makes me go, wow. Because lately it's been, really? It's been asking it with a question mark, exclamation point.
That. They have come out with some games. I mean,
asterisk.
there've been some real. There've been a couple of surprise hits. In the, you had like all the hero shooters, like what's that one that those guys over at Gearbox made? Little help here.
Well, okay, well. Oh,
Borderlands?
okay.
No.
Hold on. Okay, first of all,
Battleborn.
this is how.
Oh wait,
this
no
is
one's
how-
playing that, so scratch that.
This is how video games work, okay? Everything is pretty much predictable when it comes to between September and December. We all know what's going to be going on.
Right.
Yeah.
When it comes to the beginning of the year, we know for a fact that if it doesn't come out between the month of January and February, we know we're getting it April or March and April.
Right.
But now we're in the fucking black hole, in the fucking abyss, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Is this game coming out? Are they going to show me a game at E3 that's coming out 3 years from now? Are they going to show me a game that they're going to say is coming out in September, but in fact it's really coming out next year in April?
The Division.
And
Well, Mike, of course they're going to show you those games.
Yeah, they
No,
are.
I
That's
know
what
that.
E3 is for.
But the thing is, they need to say, listen, it's still in production. Don't feed us bullshit and say, oh, we're gonna promise this date. We're gonna promise it.
With
Pre-order
every
now.
intention of delaying it 3 months later.
Yeah, pre-order now, so
Yeah.
we can take your money, and then when you pre-order, we're gonna say the game's not coming out until another 6 months.
Yeah, and they've already got on PlayStation Store a shit ton of pre-order setups for a lot of those new games that are going to be kind of hyped up at E3. If you go on PlayStation Store right now.
Like honestly, I haven't seen it this bad in a long time.
Yeah. I got to say, out of all...
Well, Mike,
Go ahead.
Mike, I can tell you about a developer that will be at E3 that promises to put out new content this year, and it absolutely will happen without a shadow of a doubt.
If it's coming out of your mouth, it's Bungie.
Destiny: Rise of Iron, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's not all that is an expansion. It's
Well,
not.
No,
game.
it is. It's,
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: when Bungie
we do have
comes
to
out,
talk about that, by the way.
when Bungie comes out with expansions and DLCs, even myself including myself in this, I will end up buying it, but I will stop buying it once I'm done with it. I'm not going to continue playing the Destiny when I'm done with the DLC.
Well, I'm telling you right now, Mike, you better buy it. Because you, sir, are finally going to get your fucking snow level.
Yep. Snow's coming.
Yeah, I will be playing
Yep, it is coming.
Winter is
coming.
coming for Michael.
But like all I'm saying is I haven't take Bungie out of the fucking equation, you bastard. I haven't seen it this bad, and I don't think you guys seen it this bad either.
Yeah, it has been bad.
What I was trying to say is that the video game industry at the moment is in a lull by the looks of things.
Yeah, it's sad. It really is.
A little bit,
And it
yeah.
is sad because you've got two very good consoles that are out there at the moment, the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Yeah, which can handle quite a bit of gaming.
And they're just not releasing the games for them. I mean, bar Destiny, The Division, Dying Light, and probably Black Ops 3, which even Black Ops 3, whatever.
Well, this
Um,
is what boggles my mind.
Since,
Okay, yes.
Since Destiny was released, you name me, other than those games, what's been released that's been good? The Witcher?
The
Yeah.
Witcher and The Witcher just keeps on getting better. They're coming out with new crap.
And a lot of people would argue Bloodborne. Bloodborne. A lot of people like that game. So
Yes, Bloodborne.
Uncharted
a lot of
4
people
was
like that
awesome.
game. Yes, Uncharted 4 is awesome.
Yeah,
I
but
must
see,
admit.
all those games are already made and reskinned, and it's the same game. Bloodborne is a reskin of Dark Souls, and you guys know it.
Can we not do the whole Hydra thing today, please? Where we're doing reskins and rehashes.
I'm not talking garbage about the developers. I'm just saying that they need to come out with new original ideas instead of coming out reskinned crap. That's all.
I mean, I don't know as far as original, but I mean, look at a Blizzard. Overwatch is doing really well, and that's a new game for them completely. So I mean, and that game's doing well, and it's well received. So there are titles coming out, but unfortunately, if you look at the list, it's indie games, man. Indie games are ruling the roost.
They really are
on the consoles. I mean, and thanks to them.
I can probably
also, you got to look at it this way.
Go ahead.
You got to look at it this way as well. If you're a dev who works for a AAA company, like you get your I wanted to say EA, but like your DICE or
Treyarch,
Infinity Ward, or whatever, whoever.
Whoever.
It doesn't matter who it is. Naughty Dog. So
Techland.
right now you got these two consoles that just came out about 3 years ago, almost at this point, or about that.
It's about 3 years.
Now,
yeah.
Right. So now you're trying to develop for these consoles, but then both companies come at you with new SKUs for those consoles with upgraded graphics and upgraded GPU, et cetera, and also, oh, by the way, we also have to work on this little thing that we're doing for VR, because I know that EA is doing a Star Wars thing for VR.
Well,
PlayStation VR exclusive.
You're not going to have an indie developer develop a game based off of VR, because you know what? Not that many people are going to buy VR because it's $600. No one's going to dish out the cash until it lowers in price. And also, what I was trying to say was, the only reason why indie games are on the rise and a lot of people rather be playing indie games is because inside the industry, it's really hard to get a job. These like Activision, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, Blizzard. It's really hard to get a job inside these companies. So people are just like, fuck it, I'll just come up with my own idea, sell it, and make money.
Yep. Because you're right. Getting a job at Blizzard, you practically have to wait for somebody to come out of there, kill them, and then you already have your thing in.
Exactly.
Sorry, guys at Blizzard, we're not actually planning that. I'm just saying.
Or are we?
We need 4 positions.
Or is Mike? So if you see Mike Lamb wandering around your guys' studio there in Anaheim, oh, look what's starting.
Yeah, no one cares. Well, and
I think a lot of people care, considering how many people are watching it. You got
what is starting?
EA Live. EA Play
no.
Live.
Oh, well, it's not really going live until 4 o'clock, so turn that shit down. God damn it.
Yeah, it's just a press
podcast.
conference. It's just a press.
The only 2 games I'm looking forward to right now, Mike and everybody else, is No Man's Sky, which I really hope is going to come out August, and the DLC for Destiny, because, well, I'm always going to be a Destiny fan.
Well,
I'll be honest.
And that's it.
Go ahead, Mike.
That's all I'm really looking forward to right now.
We were
Which is
all
kinda
wrong,
sad.
or I was wrong, about the Division being the Destiny killer. Division killed itself.
Yes.
Well,
It went into a closet. It went into a closet, put a noose around its neck, and stepped
Now-
off the chair.
No,
But what it did was it tried to do masturbation with asphyxiation, and it ended up killing itself.
yes.
So.
Well, dressed as a woman.
Sam is still playing Destiny.
I will tell you this. I do fully believe once No Man's Sky is done and ready and shipped out and all this whatnot, No Man's Sky is probably going to be the Destiny killer.
No.
I think we're all going to be extremely disappointed by
Wow.
No Man's Sky. So there.
They're
I
showing
don't think
some
we're going to be I don't think we're going to be disappointed.
Are you calling
I
it a
think
Big Mac?
It's going to be. I don't think it's going to be the Destiny killer, Mark. I'm sorry. I have to disagree with you there. It's just not.
So
All
Ben,
right, well, let me just say this:
Is
No
the
Man's
Big
Sky has
Mac-
been put out there in front of audiences at 2 separate E3s, at a PSX, and every single time that Sean Murray's going up there on stage to talk about this
it's the
fucking game,
same thing.
not only is it the same fucking thing, but nobody even now knows what the fuck it is.
Even the developers
Okay,
aren't quite sure what they got.
No, okay, this is what it is. Okay, it's an open galaxy game. It literally over 80 million different planets because they're self-generating.
80 billion. Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
Where's my dog?
I watched. I forgot what show I watched with. They were showing it, and he said that if somebody wanted to try to find the center of the galaxy, they can go ahead and make their own mission to find the center of the galaxy to see what it is.
And it sounds amazing, but I got to
I
tell
still
you.
don't think it's going to kill Destiny. I'm sorry.
And no, all these games, they've got their own merits. Two of the games I'm looking forward to, one's a remaster of Modern Warfare. The other one, Titanfall. I'm really excited about Titanfall 2. I loved what I saw in
wouldn't mind playing
Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Yeah.
You are excited about Outlast 2.
Outlast, yeah, that was another game, Outlast 2. That's not necessarily a console game. That's more of a PC game that comes to console. But Andre says he was out. Anyway, I also, though, I mean, in Modern Warfare looks awesome. The remastered, it's cool. I mean, granted, it's just remaster rehash, but and then I really want to know what the hell Kojima's working on, man.
As do I, because
He's fucking tan by the looks of it.
Mm-hmm.
he's doing something with he has to be doing something with Ubisoft because he was up at Ubisoft, getting the tour of the studio and all that whatnot.
Well, it has
I
to be,
don't know, man.
He's got his own studio though.
Yeah, but for some reason he was over up
Well,
at
he
Ubisoft.
might have been getting ideas from him.
Well,
No,
this
speaking
brings us to one of my predictions for E3.
Wildlands.
Sony conference. Lights go down. And now, Mr. Hideo Kojima. And he just walks out on stage and says, "Hey guys, I'm working on something," and then he walks off stage. Mic drop. Boom.
Oh, you mean like what Nintendo did last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's all
Oh,
Hideo needs to
Working
do.
on things.
He needs
Hey,
to just be like, "Yep, I'm working on it."
Speaking of Ubisoft, though, Wildlands, they're going to show us a beautiful video and beautiful gameplay that we'll never actually see when we actually play it at home. So we got that.
Do you think we're going to see any
Thank
more of that 3D rendering, games, like they showed us last year at E3?
I
Or
don't know.
Dreams?
I don't know what they may rehash some of the stuff from last year. I'm sure there's going to be a VR centric some stuff. I mean, they got to. Especially Sony really has to versus Microsoft because
I'll tell you one thing.
Sony's
They
got a
better
VR
show
system.
me what fucking kitchen is now. Show me
They're
gameplay
not
for
gonna.
fucking kitchen. I want to know what the game looks like. I want to
I
know
don't
what it
think
looks
I got to
like.
tell you. I don't think the kitchen will ever be just the kitchen. I think that
You know
that's
what it
strictly
is?
a
I
demo
know-
VR.
I know what it is. Okay, what they do is the people they choose, they go and they find all their horrible secrets, and then when they put the VR headset on, they show them all the secrets. We know all this about you, and that's why they're so scared.
Shows you that picture of you behind that liquor store when you're
I haven't-
desperate with that homeless guy. I mean, stuff happens.
I haven't actually seen Kitchen, but I've heard it described several times. I
Yeah.
know what it is, Mike.
No,
I think
mean,
I told you what it
wanna
is.
see I want to see it with my own eyes.
Yeah, I also want to see more of that on the Oculus and the Vive, that paranormal activities.
So do I. That game was fucking awesome.
All I know is I watched them doing that demo of it, and that one girl ended up literally tears coming out of her eyes, balled up on the floor. Anything that could do that?
no, dude.
That's amazing.
That fat guy.
Oh
Dude,
yeah,
that
yeah.
fat guy that dropped the
Over trying to
battery.
put his-
And he tried picking them up, and he tried leaning on the virtual table.
The thing is, and that's where everybody's like, oh, I don't want to be an early adopter to VR, but there's got to be people buying it because these early adopters are paving the way for people to have good VR down the road. So someone has to do it.
Yeah.
But so we know VR. We don't know we know Kojima's probably going to pop up, and maybe he'll come out with like the Rocketeer girls from the Rockettes from New York, and they'll be doing a big dance line, and he'll do his best.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know if The Walking Dead Overkill is going to be at E3 this year?
I don't know.
I don't
All I
think it
know
will
is that
be.
except for Telltale, no one's gotten a Walking Dead game right. So
Gonna get Walking Dead Crash
Oh.
Bandicoot Edition.
that would be cool.
Now for some
Rick Grimes killing Crash Bandicoot finally.
now for some actual gaming news, not potential gaming news. Black Ops 3 is releasing their contracts coming
Yep.
June 14th, I believe.
Tuesday. Yep. New character.
Contracts, new character, Blackjack. He looks kind of cool. Interesting to see what it happens. I'm more interested to see for the people like me that have Master Prestige. Is that character just available for us? You know what I mean? Is he just available to play, or do we have to do something else to unlock him?
You gotta get him out of a fucking supply drop.
You
Yeah.
I fucking hope not. I haven't gotten fuck all out of the surprise drops.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's where those contracts will come in handy because once you complete those, you'll get those bonus.
Talking about Call of Duty. At this moment, Sledgehammer's looking for QA testers. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Put in your
Alright.
applications for QA testing.
I would love for somebody who's doing QA to give us just some tidbits, man, because I want to know if it actually is the third person they're working on, if they're really trying to jump out of the box that far. Because
Well,
it sounds
apply.
cool, but but they're all the way up in the Bay, San Francisco. It sounds cool, but I think it would kill. That would be the final nail in the coffin for Call of Duty. Because there's guys, a lot of hardcore guys like Ben, who don't like third-person shooters, and they would walk away from it quickly.
I think it would kill.
Division in the beginning was awesome.
Yeah,
But
the Division was a great idea.
Look at the differences between the beta and the release game.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It did look awesome in the beta. We all agreed the map was awesome, the interaction was awesome, and then the game was released and they fucked up the map and they fucked up the interaction, and
it just got worse. It's actually one of those games where it seems like everything they've tried to fix has just made the game worse.
you know what I mean? So the only person I know on my list that's still playing the game is fucking Ignorant Sam.
Yeah,
And
dude.
And
Yeah,
the
he's
clues,
lost, but-
the clues in the name.
Yeah.
Sam.
But he
How
also,
do
I
the
think he
same
actually
thing
took a
over
wrong,
and over again.
he took a wrong turn on 34th Street, and he just kind of got lost in there. So that's his,
He just never left.
Yeah, he
But the
couldn't
thing
find his way out of New York, man.
thing is,
Well,
every
dude-
time I look at his name, he's in the same place.
Yeah.
Hudson River. He's always in the same fucking place.
Well,
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Because the dailies, the weeklies, it's always the same mission. So you're always playing the same fucking mission over and over again. They do
Oh,
not
God.
change up. That's what got me stopped playing because I'm like, okay, the dailies.
Oh.
Oh, it's the same thing as last week. Oh, the weekly. Oh, it's the same thing as last week. Okay.
Hey guys, breaking news. They were just showing some footage from outside of EA Live. They have a full-size, life-size Titan out there. Like, real.
Nice.
Holy
Nice.
crap, man. Look that up when you have a chance. That thing, that was badass. It was like, anyway. Sorry.
So,
In other news, obviously, we're gonna have to talk about the elephant in the room. Ben and I were playing some Destiny last night, and we were
Yes, we were.
talking about the new DLC coming out in September.
And you have to
and,
pre-order to get the Black Galahorn.
And I am pre-ordering to get that Black Galahorn. I will tell you that for fucking
That,
certain.
sir, is a racist statement. The Black Galahorn.
Now,
I'm sorry. The African-American Galahorn.
yes, please,
The
please,
Black
please.
Galahorn does not shoot larger rockets.
The African English to those people over across the pond.
It does
But,
have an extra bone in its ankle, so it runs faster.
Sweet.
Okay, so in the Black Galahorn, you get bigger rockets, and the rockets travel faster.
Yes.
Yes, because of the extra
Okay.
bone in the ankle.
And it has it has a switch on the side of that Galahorn that turns it into the fart gum from Fart
Now,
Gun. Despicable
Alright,
Me.
so let's
no, hold on.
calm down, everybody.
I'm part of a lot of groups on Facebook and stuff like that to do with Destiny. I'm part of a few of them. And everybody is humming and hawing about, oh, they're bringing the Galahorn back, and that's gonna be if you don't have a Galahorn, you can't raid. Well, no, it's not, because anybody that plays Destiny can get the Galahorn just by doing a quest. It is a quest reward. Okay? You don't have to win it. You don't have to get a lucky drop in a fucking engram. You go, you do the quest, you get a Galahorn. Guaranteed. So anybody that doesn't have a Galahorn is stupid and hasn't done the quest.
I do not have a Galahorn, and I don't plan on ever owning one. I like being that guy.
Galahorn!
Well, I will.
You will
own
get
a
it.
pretty.
You will get it, Mike.
I will own a pretty black one. That's what I will own. A pretty iron black one. And,
Well, yeah, we were talking yesterday, and I was wondering if it would be possible because apparently, well, you get, like Liam said, there's a quest for the new Galahorn when Destiny: Rise of Iron comes out.
Mhm.
So you go, you do the quest, you get your rocket launcher. If you have not pre-ordered Destiny: Rise of Iron, you just bought it day of, or you bought it day after, whatever, then you just get a regular Galahorn, OG fucking bling style Galahorn.
Boom.
But if you pre-order, then you get the Iron Galahorn.
Well, okay. Is there a difference? Is the Black Galahorn more powerful, or is it the
No,
same?
it just looks
skin.
differently. That's all.
Oh,
it's all
then
skin.
fuck that. I would have pre-ordered it if they said, "Oh, it's a little bit stronger than the one you can get if you don't pre-order." Okay.
No, see, they can't do that. They literally can't do that. That's just wrong. Would be just wrong.
Don't you
But,
remember when they nerfed
it's a good
Galahorn
marketing
because it
ploy.
was game breaking?
Exactly. Well, now the other things that we were talking about last night, or to do with the Galahorn, is if we pre-order now. I've got 3 characters. Ben has 3 characters. Are we going to get a black Galahorn on all 3 characters, or only just one?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or because they have the tablets where you can go and get your exotic weapons from the wall, will there be a slot for the black Galahorn in there? You know what I mean?
Okay, this is why we
which I
need to
think
wait till after E3 because there's more questions than answers.
Well, we had the reveal stream this past week from Bungie, and they did answer a bunch of questions, but they also made as many questions as they answered.
As they always do. Hey,
Of course they did.
and before the
Well, we do know that
Bungie.
this raid is going to be above ground, so that's a first.
I did want to say something away from the new releases coming out. Since there was a huge video game moment that started Friday for probably millions of people who are into it. It's a unknown game, kind of never really been heard about, but they decided to make a movie out of it called Warcraft or something. I don't know. Anyway, I just, and this will take just 2 minutes and we can get back to it, but Hollywood. And I'm biting this little quote here from an article I read, but stop making video game movies, okay? For the love of God, it's not working. Yes, you may make a little money, more apparently with Warcraft, more internationally than in U.S., but stop.
You
They don't work.
cannot take a 40-plus hour video game and explain it in an hour and a half.
You can't.
Cannot.
And even though there have been a few times when it's somewhat worked, 90% of most video game movies tank.
I'll give you the greatest example ever, and that would be
Yes.
Doom. Doom the movie.
Oh yeah.
Was
Doom with
fucking terrible. The worst part is I paid money to go watch it on the big screen.
I don't think I agree with you. That's
you-
not the worst
Wow.
video game movie ever.
Hey, and that sucked too because it had Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and Carl Urban, who I'm on Twitter with, dude, and I love that guy, man. And it had cool actors that can do the action parts, and it was nothing that was their fault.
It was just a terrible movie, man. It was just a
I'll tell you
terrible
this:
movie.
the best. Okay. Regular
There
Nintendo.
really isn't a best, but
Okay.
there's an okay.
I know that this was a actual comic book before it became a movie and before it became a video game. Dick Tracy.
Yeah, but Dick Tracy was a comic strip from.
I know that, but the movie was great. The
Yeah.
video game was awesome.
Okay, but again, that wasn't made from a video game though. I'm talking strictly movies made from video game franchises. Assassin's Creed. I was just at the movie theater last night seeing X-Men Apocalypse, which is
Prince of
pretty good.
Persia was good.
I didn't like it, man, but I don't like Jake Gyllenhaal, so I mean, you know.
I love that movie.
I don't think anybody does.
Yeah. I didn't
like
care for it.
I
Again, it's one of those things where it's got the kind of cool effects, but you're taking people don't want to necessarily see movies of these games. We get to live those experiences by
That's the
creating
whole
a character.
point of a video game.
A video
exactly.
game, right. These two medias don't need to be crossing the streams. Like frickin' Egon said, man, in Ghostbusters, don't cross the streams, okay? I mean, just don't. And anyway, I don't want to go any more on this. I just want to say that, whether you guys agree with me or not, I mean, not you guys here, but people listening, overall, Hollywood's tanked on these video game movies, and just stop wasting the resources. I mean, Warcraft's going to do good for a little bit because all the fanboys want to see it, and after that,
Well, dude, that's exactly this way. Do not make a video game based off a movie.
Oh yeah, that's a bad idea too. Most of those
It's a bad idea.
don't do well.
Look, guys.
Yeah, so anyway,
we're running out
back-
of time here.
yeah,
Yeah, we are. running out of
E3
time.
starting.
Yeah.
So what have we learned here today? We've learned
Nothing.
We've
I have to
learned-
agree with
We've
Mike.
learned that Super Mario Brothers is actually the worst video game movie ever.
Yes.
Oh,
100%
yes.
agree.
Sorry, I
No,
forgot about that. yes.
I liked Mario Brothers.
Oh
I'm
my
still waiting.
God.
You
for the
would,
second
Mike.
one.
You would be the
Mike-
only guy in Planet.
Okay, Mike, you need to leave the call, and everybody else needs to shut up. We've learned that we're getting a new Galahorn. And we haven't actually learned much of anything yet because everything that we need to learn will be over the course of the next 3 days, and we'll come back to you next week and we will tell you all about it. So,
On that
stop making
bombshell.
fishy kissy faces. The Hotspot Gamer podcast for this week. Have a great week and keep on gaming.
Happy EA, everybody!
Can I finish Ben's
Hype
Ben
train!
Simpson? Go fuck
Train.
yourself.
Woo woo! Hype train!